Welcome back. You're watching Focus on Africa from BBC World News. Now, a 40-year-long conflict between the Senegalese military and separatist rebels is rearing its head again and directly impacting neighboring countries. It's over a breakaway region in southern Senegal called Casamance. You can see it here on this map. It's the highlighted area to the south of the Gambia. And because of the geographical nature of this conflict, renewed violence, which recently claimed the lives of 4 Senegalese soldiers, is spilling over into neighboring Gambia, forcing villagers along the border to flee. Now, authorities there are now taking military action to protect their land and people, but residents of the Gambian villages near the border with Casamance continue to live in fear and uncertainty. Well, the BBC's Thomas Nadi has more.
90-year-old Sharif Obaji is a farmer in the village of Jelamfari in the Gambia. He and other residents have recently returned after fleeing clashes between soldiers and separatist forces, which spilled over from across their southern border in neighboring Senegal.
It's not a Gambian conflict, but we are suffering. Our farmlands are here, but we can't farm in this year's rainy season. Bullets and shells have landed where I farm. So because of this situation, we've decided not to farm in our village here. Instead, we are clearing new farms in a different and much safer place.
This village, like many others along the border, finds itself located between the Gambia and Senegal. This is the landmark that divides the Gambia and Senegal, and it runs through the village of Jelamfari, just some few meters from where I'm standing. And they've been at the receiving end of the ongoing conflict in Casamance. The conflict started in 1982 and it's ranged on for 40 years. The separatists have cited lack of attention and development from the Senegalese government as their main reason for engaging in this fight. But what started as a fight for an independent territory has now shifted to include illegal trading in arms, cannabis, timber and rosewood. Senegal accused former Gambian President Yahya Jammeh of sheltering the rebels. It also accused Guinea-Bissau of supplying arms to the separatists. Both countries have engaged in peace negotiations between separatists and the Senegalese government. The region was a former Portuguese colony along with Guinea-Bissau. It later became part of Senegal when the country gained independence from France in 1960. Its remoteness has fostered among the people there a perception of neglect by the Senegalese government, hence calls for an independent state. Thousands frequently flee during fighting.
The situation is still tense. Fighting can come anytime, and for us, it's very unsafe to stay in our village, and we have to move to a safe place. Right now, no one dares to go back to the village.
This military patrol team is Gambia's response to the latest clashes. They have been monitoring the country's complex and porous border with Casamance.
We don't want the Gambia to be dragged into this conflict because we are not part of the conflict. We are neutral and also impartial. So we are here to give confidence to our people. Like you have seen, the farming season has approached and our farmers are supposed to go to their farms. Some of them have vacated their farms because of the selling, but we are trying to make sure that they have the confidence to go back to their farms and live a normal life.
More so because some separatist bases were too close for comfort. Just across this village is a rebel base. This is the end of the Gambia, and then the house over there is the beginning of Senegal. And the rebels used this as a base. They had mounted a checkpoint here, and they were collecting taxes from the locals. The last attempt at a peace deal was in 2004, and in 2014, the leader of the rebel movement declared a unilateral ceasefire. But splitted factions within this movement make the prospects of a peace deal with the Senegalese government elusive. But for now, farmers in neighboring Gambia continue to bear the brunt. Thomas Nadi, BBC News, the Gambia-Senegal border.